In the last round of AFC Outdoors, Team Humminbird's Carl Jocumsen just edged out Team Mercury's Dave Green and Team Berkley's Harry Watson to claim the opening round at Untitled Dam in Queensland. This week the AFC treks north to beautiful Cania Gorge in southern central Queensland for the second of our bass rounds. You're watching the Australian Fishing Championships.
Hi, I'm Steve Starling and welcome to picturesque Lake Cania for the second round of the Australian Fishing Championships. This is the AFC's first visit to Cania, which is part of the Great Bass to Barra Trail. And with the tight finish in the first round at Lentils, the championships are off to a real flyer. Two teams share top billing on the championship leaderboard, with both Team Humminbird and Team Mercury locked together on 10 points. Team Berkley sits in third on 8 points, while Team Ford Courier has it all to do in fourth place. So a fantastic start for both Team Humminbird and Team Mercury. But the big news is that our defending champions from last series find themselves in unfamiliar territory at the bottom of the leaderboard. Harry, not exactly the start you would have wanted.
No, not really, Steve. We led from start to finish last year, and this year we start 2 points behind, but, you know, just keep the consistency going and hopefully stay up there.
Now, Slick, it's a long series. Can you come back from fourth place?
Oh, definitely, Steve. I mean, I think this year you're really going to see a lot of changes in the leaderboard. Every event, you know, everyone's so competitive at the moment, so I think there's no need to panic at all.
Well, good luck today, guys, and let's take a look at today's arena, Lake Cania. Lake Cania in the Burnett region of southern central Queensland is an integral part of the Sunshine State's exciting new Bass to Barra Trail. A small lake even when full, Cania is very low following several years of drought, but that doesn't mean the fishing is down. This lake is a little gem with very healthy stocks of Saratoga, golden perch, silver perch, and of course our target for today, the hard-fighting Australian bass. Bass fishing in Cania takes two major forms. The pros can choose to target suspended schools of generally smaller fish out in open water, or they can work the snaggy, rocky edges where the bigger bass often lurk. But where those aggressive Saratoga will sometimes get in first and nail a surface lure, spinnerbait or hardbody. Oh, this beautiful creature is a Saratoga. Now these fish are a living fossil and they're also a great sport fish. A lot of people would travel halfway around the country to catch one of these beautiful fish, and there's few better places to do it than Lake Cania. There's a very strong population of Saratoga in here. But today our bass pros will be trying their best to avoid catching these beautiful fish because only bass count.
This is a new arena for me once again. I've never actually been here before. The pre-fish was quite successful for us. I'll probably stick to reaction baits, try and get a bite early. That will be the plan.
I think first up I'll be using jackals to the banks. I'll be looking for that reaction bite, something a bit noisy, looking for those fish that are hunting bait fish. And then later on, as it gets warmer and more stable, I think you probably have to go deeper and pull those fish that are just resting up.
I'll probably stick with a Bassman spinnerbait straight up on baitcaster tackle, and hopefully the hooks will stick better with that, but I'll chop and change from a jackal to a spinnerbait.
I've found a few spots that are holding big fish, and I'm going to target those big fellas straight up before I go to some schools where there's a lot of fish, smaller fish, and maybe there'll be a few big ones in amongst them too.
We're just moments away from the start of the second round of the Australian Fishing Championships. So now it's over to AFC's own Matthew Campbell to call the action.
Thanks, Steve, and let's take a look at today's rules with our pros fishing a time limit of 6 hours using flies and lures only. Each angler will weigh their two heaviest legal-sized fish. 10 points are awarded for top place, right through to 3 points for last. Our pros are now set for a smashing day's fishing.
Nervous about this one, coming last. In the last event, I've got to really make up for it this time.
Greenie and I are leading on the points, so it's taken a bit of pressure off, so I'm just going to go out there and enjoy myself and see what comes along.
And another big day at the office.
Harry Watson, as relaxed as usual as the Ford clock counts down to the start of round 2. There's the siren, and they're off. A spectacular sight as our pros unleash the power of these Stratus boats. As you can see, our pros are wearing their Club Marine PFDs. They're essential when travelling at this speed.
These things are awesome! Woohoo!
They certainly are, Carl. As our Bass Pros head to their first location, we'll take a quick look at the Club Marine weatherboard. We're expecting fine conditions, a little warm with a forecast top of 32 degrees. There's a bit of humidity about, but overall it's a perfect sunny Queensland day.
Well, quite a rare sight first up this morning. We've got all 4 teams fishing within about 200 metres of each other, and they're all starting to catch fish.
First up, we're with Jason Ehrlich. He's desperate to bounce back after a disappointing opening round at Lentils.
Finding steady. There's a fish. That's the way we want to do it. Not a very big bass, but he's a bass this time, not a yellow belly. He's got his head down, he's cruising around there. He's going off. There's some great size fish in here. This guy's around that kilo mark, but I'd actually want to get some that are sort of well over 1.5 kilos in the well. We've got to start somewhere.
Team Ford Courier on the board. Now here's Carl Jocumsen. He loves to do his own thing.
Oh, yep, there's a fish. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Oh. Just pause for a second and bang, hit it. Feels like not a bad fish too. Yes, good start. How's that for a starter fish? Just smashed that bass man. I just got this bass man just custom built for this dam, this natural colour, and he has loved it.
After the break, the Cania bass just keep on coming.
The live well hasn't even filled up and I'm putting the second one in.
Welcome back to Lake Cania and the second round of the Australian Fishing Championships. And this young man behind me, Carl Jocumsen of Team Humminbird, got off to a flyer in our first round at Lentils, and he's having a pretty good day today too. Let's find out a little bit more about the guy they call Hank Jr.
As a young fella at school, being away for going fishing all the time, I was in trouble a bit for that, but I was always told that I couldn't get anywhere in the fishing industry and going fishing all the time, and now I'm on TV and getting paid for it. It sort of just shows what you can do if you put your mind to it.
At just 21 years of age, Carl Jocumsen is the new breed of pro angler. Having dusted off the early knockers, the young gun from Toowoomba enters this season's championships more relaxed and just that little bit wiser.
The biggest lesson I've learned probably with the AFC and all tournament fishing is just to go out there and enjoy yourself and not put so much on winning.
With a round win already in the bag and his confidence rising, the quest to be AFC champion is no longer just a boyhood dream.
To be the youngest angler to win AFC would just be unbelievable. To fish with Tim, who I looked up to as a young fella, and to think that we could win it would be indescribable. I just can't wait to see what happens.
And we're back with the man of the moment, and he's certainly attracting plenty of interest.
I'm just casting this Bassman spinnerbait just up onto this ledge, and I'm in 23 foot of water, and I'm actually letting it sink just off this ledge here, and the bass are just over the drop off in about 7 foot. And that fish just came just as I rolled it over that drop off. Just like that, and he whacked it. Just like that. Just like that. That's how it's done. Oh, man. Oh, just like that. Oh, he's a nice fish for a second one.
Our round one winner, sticking with his Bassman spinnerbait, he's attracting plenty of interest on the drop.
Stay on, son. Yes. Oh, what a start. What a start. This is unbelievable.
Here's Harry Watson as he attempts to land his second keeper of the morning.
Let's see. Taking plenty of line. Might be Hank. Hank might have come up from Lake St Clair. No, he's not Hank, but he's a nice fish. There you go, buddy. That's what we were looking for.
15 minutes in and Harry already has 2 in the well as we check out the Ford Courier replay, his first keeper coming just 8 minutes ago. The Jackal Master is at it again, a great start for Team Berkley. Back to Jason Ehrlich, 2 in the well looking for an upgrade.
Just looking for those fish that are just suspended out here. They're not really schooled, they're just scattered out in the open water. Yep, number 3 coming in. Number 3 is a little bit bigger, I think. He really creamed that lure. He's coming nice and easy there now. They're all hitting hard. And these fish, they really seem to fight hard near the boat. Don't want to pull those hooks. Again, they're slowly getting bigger. I'm just going to drop him down in here this time. I can drop him out of the net.
Here's our first look at rookie Dave Green. He has one in the well.
Yep, gotcha. That's one of those fish that was under the boat. How far off the bank he is. We've been able to swim that out slow enough just to keep it in the column. So as that fish, it's been able to catch up to that lure. And he wasn't under the boat. Oh, he's a good fish too. He's not a bad little biting fish. Oh, he's bigger than the one we've got in there, so that'll make our second if we can get him in. Oh, that's good. Oh, there's our second fish of the morning.
Team Mercury now set to upgrade as Jason Ehrlich has decided to pack up and try another spot. A change of tactics for him, will it pay off? Back now with Harry Watson from Team Berkley, looking for his first upgrade.
He's not a monster, but he's okay. He's bigger than that other one we've got in there.
Just 45 minutes into the day's competition, and as you can see by the scoreboard, all our pros are now in the upgrade zone. This is a great start in round 2 of the AFC.
Come on, big fella.
Last year's champ, Harry Watson, has just moved away from the banks a little bit, into a little bit deeper water. So too are the fish, and this looks like it could be a very good size at his first upgrade of the day.
It's okay, he's an upgrade on that other bloke.
Things are certainly looking good for Team Berkley. Harry Watson setting the pace. Now, we saw Jason Ehrlich pack up and move. Was it a good decision to move to these smaller bays? He's on.
Don't know what we got here. Oh no, it started going off and it just dropped it again. There's 2 fish in these bays I've dropped now, 1 in each one.
The bass not finding the hooks and the frustration showing for Jason Ehrlich. Not so for Carl Jocumsen, the championship leader working the edges.
Yep. There was one there. It's the first one that's come back after he's hit it. Don't think he's an upgrade though. Oh, he's pretty fat. Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, he's a chunky bass.
A good-sized bass that'll be Carl's second upgrade.
Nice chunky Cania Dam bass.
As we take a look at the forward replay for his first upgrade, the Bassman spinnerbait is proving irresistible, and as they say in the classics, when you're on a good thing, stick to it. Back to Harry Watson from Team Berkley. He's moved once again.
You'd swear there would have to be a fish in there. There's one. Oh, feels good too. Oh, no.
A rare disappointment for Harry Watson. After the break, the roller coaster ride continues for our bass pros.
Oh yeah. Oh, pull the hooks on him, you donkey.
Welcome back to the Australian Fishing Championships. Lake Cania is one of the many waterways that make up Queensland's stunning Bass to Barra Trail. And to tell you all about it, here's Steve with a closer look.
If you're thinking of travelling to Queensland to sample some of the excellent action you've seen in this episode of the Australian Fishing Championships, then you can't do better than to follow the Bass to Barra Trail. The Bass to Barra Trail consists of 8 dams that have healthy annual stockings of bass, barra or both, and offer the best chance to add these species to your list of captures. Starting in the south, you can fish Bjorky-Peterson and Boondooma Dam in the Burnett region for trophy-sized Australian bass and golden perch. From there, follow the trail to Woorooma Dam, where barramundi are mixed with the bass. Further north, here at Cania Dam, bass share the waters with prehistoric leaping Saratoga at the top of the spectacular Cania Gorge.
It's a nice Saratoga on a spinnerbait. Let him go.
After your fill of bass, you can continue the trail at Callide and Awunga Dams, where the barramundi have grown to incredible proportions. Fish over 30 kilos have been caught so far, and they're getting bigger and more plentiful each year. How many fisheries can you say that about? The trail concludes with excellent bass and barra angling at Mondurran and Lake Lentils, a location for round 1 of the Australian Fishing Championships. Bjorky-Peterson, Boondooma, Woorooma, Cania, Callide, Awunga, Mondurran and Lentils. These 8 locations represent an angler's paradise. For more information on the Bass to Barra Trail, visit centralqueensland.com.au or call 1300 722 099.
Back with the action here at Cania, and all eyes are on our pros, especially Team Berkley's Harry Watson.
Yep. Oh, big fish. At least he run like a big fish first off. Change the lure. Just done the trick. Head shaking like a big fish and running to big deep water. And going hard like a big fish. Don't know if he's bigger than what I got. Whoa. Come back. He's pretty solid. Yeah, he's bigger than what I got.
Another upgrade for Team Berkley.
Well, with Harry Watson fishing the bank off there in the distance, Jason Ehrlich has adopted quite an unusual strategy. He's right out here in the middle of the main basin of the lake. It's 15, even 20 metres deep in parts, but he's got fish marking on his sounder suspended in mid-water, and now he's trying a range of different lures on them.
Yep, here's another one. Oh yeah. Oh, I pulled the hooks on him, you donkey.
Disappointment again for Jason, but it's not all bad news. As we take a look at the Ford replay, we see his fourth upgrade coming some 20 minutes ago, a good-sized bass. Back to Dave Green, and as you can see, just metres away is his good mate Harry Watson.
Oh, yep. There's one. Go on, Harry.
Oh, you beauty.
Oh, he's in something down there. He's got me locked in there.
Would you get him on a spinnerbait?
Yep. Oh, put a bit of power down this guy. Doesn't want to come up here. Oh, this feels like a better fish, actually. Oh, there he is. He's all right. He's all right. Oh, yeah, he's all right. Let's have a look at that guy. Yeah, he is all right.
The rookie from Team Mercury making a late charge. The Ford replay shows another upgrade from earlier on, the smack spinnerbait doing the job. They're getting bigger and better for the green machine. Time's running out now, we're back with Carl.
During the middle of the day, that's where they're usually waiting, just on the drop-offs, just down a bit deeper in the cooler water. Oh yeah, this is a good fish. Oh yeah. Geez, he hit some weight. Oh, he pulled some drag. This could be the upgrader I've been looking for. Come on. Oh, my legs are like jelly. Be a big fish. Oh, yep. He's a good bass.
This is great news for Team Humminbird. A late upgrade can often prove the difference between winning and losing.
He's a good fish. Oh, yeah. This could be an upgrader. Oh, yeah. I think it is an upgrader. Yep, there it is. Oh, yes! Look at that chunk. That is a chunk of a bass. Big fat gut on him, deep in the gut. That's the upgrade I've been looking for.
Will Team Berkley bounce back? Can Team Humminbird seal back-to-back wins? Or has the rookie outfoxed his more fancied rivals? Find out at the weigh-in after the break. Welcome back to AFC Outdoors, and we're with Team Mercury's Dave Green, loading his fish in preparation for today's weigh-in. Two of our pros have already weighed in, with Team Berkley's Harry Watson edging out Jason Ehrlich of Team Ford Courier by just 30 grams. Next up, though, it's Dave Green.
Here he comes. Dave Green from Team Mercury, fishing in his first year with the AFC, and he's come in with two cracking Lake Cania bass. One a little bit bigger than the other, but they're both very, very nice fish. We'll hand those over to Chris to get rid of the water out of them. Did you enjoy your day on the water? That's the most important thing.
Steve, I did. I really enjoyed it. Caught a few fish, not as many as some of the other guys from what I'm hearing, but anyway, I suppose hopefully the weight will tell the story.
Okay, well the mark to beat at the moment is 2.8 kilos, Harry Watson's bag. Let's get yours on there. Let them settle. And they go 2.83. This is such a close field. Well done. We have a new leader. And here he comes again, Carl Jocumsen. And he is starting to get that strut thing happening, Carl. Our young gun of the bass circuit, and he's done it again. 2 absolute cracker fish. We'll get those across and get the water out of them. You had a fantastic day, and it started off well, didn't it?
Yeah, Steve just had one of those days where everything that happened went right. All the big fish stuck, and just had an unbelievable day. Caught plenty of fish, so
Now, your biggest fish was the first fish you caught?
Yeah, first fish I caught, it went past a little bay and then just rolled it off this just little ledge and bang, hooked up. And when I got in there, I thought, that's a pretty good start.
That is a pretty good start. Now, the mark to beat is 2.83. And I think you are going to do that with your 3.41 kilos bag. Fantastic. Well done, mate.
What a performance. A perfect start to the championships for Team Humminbird, with Carl Jocumsen also landing the Stratus Boat's big fish at 1.73 kilos. So an AFC first, with Carl Jocumsen recording back-to-back round wins and scoring a maximum 12 points. Just 60 grams separated the remaining 3 teams, with Team Mercury taking second place. Team Berkley came home in third, while Team Courier finished fourth. But the day again belonged to Team Humminbird, Carl Jocumsen.
I knew I had the win, which was good, because usually they come right down to the last grams, and just to come in with 2 bigger ones like that, it's just can't describe, it's unbelievable.
So at the conclusion of round 2, it's Team Humminbird leading with 22 points. Another consistent performance from rookie Dave Green sees Team Mercury in touch with 18. Team Berkley sit in third place with 14 points, while Team Courier are bringing up the rear in last position.
Well, how close was that round of the Australian Fishing Championships? While young Carl Jocumsen clearly won the day here at Lake Cania, there were literally only grams separating the rest of the field. You don't see bass fishing as good as that every day. But now we're hitting the road and leaving the bass behind us, because we're bound for the big city and bright lights. That's right, next week our Brim Pros finally get to strut their stuff on Queensland's Gold Coast. But before we leave you, let's hear a few words of wisdom from Hank Jr. on how he conquered those Cania bass.
I'd like to thank Humminbird, Team Humminbird. Without the sounders finding those ledges and drop-offs, I couldn't have done it. But the gear that did the damage today was the Miller Rod Blademaster Light Spiral Wrap with a Shimano Chronarch 50 mg, loaded with 10-pound fins and 20-pound Nitlon leader. But the lure of choice was the Bassman half ounce, and that's a custom skirt that I'd never used before, but it just did the job today, and I couldn't have done it without it.